Hey, what's up everybody? Mr. Aim for I Am here, and I want to make something clear to you. When I hear the term real man, it makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. And I don't like that term because I think that classifying a man as you are a real man or you're not a real man is not going to cause this man to either change his behavior or better himself in the good that he's doing. Let me give you a little example. You post something like a real man loves his wife, or a real man takes care of his business, or a real man pays bills, a real man takes care of his children. I'm a real man because of the sex organ that is in between my legs. That's what constitutes me as a real man. The day that I was born and they slapped my bottom and they said to my mother, "It's a boy," that made me real. You're real because you're here on earth. You're already real. So if I don't handle my responsibility, or if I'm not accountable, or if I do something that you don't like, or I lie to you, say that I'm going to do one thing and then I do another, that makes me the opposite of a real man. So I'm not a real man, so what am I, a fake man? No. I think we need to be more specific about how we want to label our men, or how we name out our men, so that the actions will start to change and so the behaviors become better. So if a man says to his child, "I'm going to take you to the movies at 5, and 7:30 comes around and he comes into the house because he forgot about it and the child is hurt, that does not make him oh, you're not a real man. No, that just made him irresponsible for that day. There are many fathers. I mean, I've even done it myself. There's been times that I told my child that I would do one thing and then I forgot. And so I had to handle him with care. I had to nurture him back to a place of trusting me because I let him down. But just because I either made mistakes or I did something that wasn't good for my family, that doesn't mean I'm not a real man. That just means I have some stuff that I need to work on. Maybe I need to become more responsible. Perhaps I need to prioritize better. Perhaps I need to stop faking and be honest with myself and say, you know that you shouldn't make promises like that because your mind is different or you're doing something at this time, so you need to change it up. What I'm simply trying to say is this. You need to be more specific on how you classify men, because when you classify a man accurately, his behavior will start to change. If a man cheated on you, that does not mean he's not a real man. Maybe he's a cheater, or maybe there's something happening in your relationship that you guys need to deal with so that he does not cheat anymore. There are a lot of women that I see put statuses up on all these social media platforms like a real man is this, a real man is that. Ladies, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop. And fellas, y'all need to stop it too. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's look at the behavior. Let's focus on what needs to be fixed and fix it. Insulting somebody and saying you're not a real man won't do anything. The real man term, it has no potency anymore, because if you look at it, most things that we see now, it's not real. It's artificial. You put a picture up on Facebook. That's not a raw picture. You put all type of filters on that thing to make it look real good so people will hit that like button or hit the love button or hit the wow emoji. I mean, come on. We're in 2017. A lot of things are more artificial than what it was back then. Maybe the "you're not a real man" statement would have affected men back in 1980s, the beginning of the 1990s, the 70s, 60s, way back then. But in 2017, where we glorify being artificial, we need to look at the behavior specifically. And then that's when things are going to start to turn around. Listen, I just want my women, I want y'all to be better and not bitter. And I want the men to stand up and to change their behavior so that they can become better men. But the only way we're going to do that is if we are specific and accurate about what men are doing or not doing, ladies, that is causing hurt in our communities, causing hurt in your relationships. And men, we have to be honest with ourselves too, in how we are bringing harm to our community by not being the men that God called us to be. When we start becoming more specific and more accurate about what we're doing, that's when we'll start to see real change. I'm Mr. Aim for I Am, and thank you for watching this video. I'll see you guys next week. Blessings.